Picking up on this is that they're creating a lot of like white people are saying that they've been, targeted, and black people are saying that they've been targeted by this group or that group, and their women's rights and the women's libs are really sort of, playing that up at the moment. And so what I'm saying is that there's more and more division being pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. And if Flat Earth teaches us anything, is that actually we are all one, and we're meant to come together as one. And if we can set aside the craziness of these different religions, then we're going to find ourselves hopefully in a better place to find that kind of spiritual oneness eventually. The final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. And that's the truth, my friends. It's made in a basement. It's Hollywood. It's fiction. Earth is flat. Water is flat. And if you don't know that yet, you are still living in Disneyland. The underside. How can you get underneath? How do you walk underneath a ball and not fall off? But for a magic word called gravity. How do you fly underneath? Upside down. But you're not upside down, you're still on the level when you're in Australia. But apparently you're upside down. Why has the space station never taken a photograph of anything flying upside down or a ship clinging to the underside of the ball?
So you say that the Earth is completely flat?
I say that all ancient cultures, our forefathers, from just a few hundred years ago, would have all said the Earth was flat. Just 200 years ago, 100 years ago, most people were saying that the Earth was flat. It was only when NASA started sending back pictures of Earth from the moon that said, right, that's it, proven, the case closed. It's now, we've seen it as a ball in space. But it turns out that the NASA footage, well, all of the telemetry data from that stuff has been lost or stolen or got rid of. They even admit they haven't got the technology to go back to moon, which is why we haven't been back in all this time. We say now, you look at it again, I'm 50 years old, I looked at this 3 years ago, I thought we went to the moon. A funny thing happened on the way to the moon. You look at that documentary and you'll realize that they are faking the moon landing. They are faking the moon landing, and then you start to unpick what else are they faking. See, they practice in a swimming pool, right? At 20 meters and 30 meters of depth, you've got 3 bar of pressure on that suit. Whilst in space, they've got 0 pressure sucking out of that suit, but the suit looks exactly the same in both conditions. So I'm saying when I looked at Tim Peake, the British astronaut, he got up into space apparently, and he did a little flip for the camera. Well, I can see the harness. Go back and look at it on YouTube. You can see the harnesses are there. There's plenty of people who are picking these apart, and you see the cables holding them up when they're floating, but you start to realize that this might be all about you, that you may well be the center of creation. And that this experience that you're meant to be having as the divine feminine in your case should be a balanced experience, not one where the divine masculine and the divine feminine are all skewed imbalanced and we're fighting with each other. Not that, but one where we're in love with each other, where we care about each other, black, white, Chinese, Muslim, it doesn't matter, we're all one. I would say that we could be the Christ having an experience here, but that experience, that light has been dulled from the day you were conceived and the day you were born, and then injected with vaccines and then poisoned with toxins in your food, in your water, in your air, and therefore in your television and your sport and your pornography. All of these things that I enjoyed myself for many, many years are things that are designed to rob you of your true sense of self and keep the divine masculine imbalanced. So I'm too alpha male, or I'm too beta male, or I'm such a hard-headed woman, I'm going to be the king of the CEOs of all the companies in the Docklands. See me on Forbes 500 because I'm a powerful this, I'm a powerful that. Fuck all of that. You're a divine creation of the Creator, meant to be having an awesome experience, sharing, loving, not fighting each other in some Darwinian scrabbling to get up ahead of each other. And that is what the ball does to your mind. It makes you a monkey. It took me months of reviewing everything that I'd learned to start to realize that, heck, they've lied to us about everything. But that your religion is saying that you are not important. Your government is saying that you are not important. Your king used to say that you were just a serf and not important. Your science says that you are not important. You are just a lucky strike that just happened to appear 4 billion years ago climbed out of the pond, became a monkey, then was black in Africa, and now I'm white in Europe. That is a load of bullshit. I used to tell my children that, but that is a load of bullshit. I was created like I am, a white European man, and I am a man, and I'm happy to be what I am, and I respect every other person, human, for the experience that they're meant to be having here, but it's equally divine. I and you are as powerful as the sovereign we call the Queen in Buckingham Palace over the road.
That's it.
We are all equally powerful, but we have been convinced, cajoled, tricked, and traduced into giving that all away. But we point at each other. The black man says the white man's enslaving me. The white man in South Africa says the black man's enslaving me. The Muslim says the Christian is enslaving me. And the Jew says everybody's on my back. And this is all the divide and conquer stuff that we got going on. And to have a roof over your head, you have to go to work for 20, 30 years just for the privilege to have a roof over your head. That's a nonsense. You are a divine creature. You should be given full rights, just like the royals. You should be born into a royal family that gives you everything you need to go and enjoy this life to its maximum and full potential. That's my thesis on this.